thank you for staying with us. I believe that what you're about to see is something very special. It could be, or it should be regarded, that's what I think, as one of the best films ever made in this country. Although one questions whether it is truly an Australian film rather than a film made on location in Australia, which is something slightly different because the director is a Canadian, Ted Kotcheff, and I think it's probably the best film he's ever made. Now, Wake in Fright comes from a novel by Kenneth Cook. And Wake in Fright puts forward an idea, either whether it's deliberate or not, it is an important idea and something that affects us all. Years ago I read a play by J.B. Priestley, I've never seen it performed, called Dangerous Corner, in which we had a situation whereby certain things happened one night when a group of people are having fun together, and one thing leads to another because of something that's said when they're gathered together, eventually leading to a murder. And then right at the end of the play, J.B. Priestley goes right back to that first scene again and presents it exactly as it appeared at the start of the play, only this time a certain remark is passed and nobody takes any notice and the people just have fun. So it wasn't a dangerous corner at all. Well now, in Wake in Fright, Kenneth Cook has a young man, a school teacher, who's going away on his vacation. And certain things go wrong with what he plans to do, and because of mistakes, because perhaps immaturity, he finds himself plunged into situations which could change his life forever and change it for the worse. Wake in Fright is any Australian man's story or any Australian woman's story. Think about it. Put yourself in his place, and this film makes a lot of dramatic sense. It is about aspects of Australian life which are revolting, which you may not accept yourself, but in a certain situation you accept them, go along with them, or you go under. It's frightening. This is a horror story as far as I'm concerned. And I say no more about the events, just think of this man facing so many dangerous corners. It's tragic. The leading players, it's got quite a cast, this film, but I'm going to comment on one or two special people. Well, of course, we already recognise Chips Rafferty. One of his last and one of his greatest performances, he goes right against his stereotype. Right against it. It's brilliant. And with him, Gary Bond, who was playing in a revival of a Noel Coward play designed for living in London. When I last heard of his activities, that was late last year. He's right, Gary Bond, for his part. And then we have Donald Pleasance, completely revolting, and I must be honest with you, almost everything I see with Donald Pleasance takes me back to his truly revolting characterisation, so believable, so ugly, so gross, from Wake in Fright. Several other people I could mention and go on indefinitely, but I'll say one more, Sylvia Kay. In this film, she was the wife of director Ted Kotcheff. She has a prominent part and plays it well. Wake in Fright is not just another movie for entertainment, it's a movie which almost holds a mirror up to life, and it could be a mirror up to your life. It could be a mirror up to mine. Something worth thinking about, isn't it?